It's the NFL on EA Sports as we get set for a Super Bowl 11 rematch. Great game in store for y'all, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Under center, it'll be the Southern California native standing at 6'4", Sam Darnold.
And the thing with Sam Darnold is we know the skill set is there. May not be the most mobile or strongest arm quarterback in the league, but usually plays with really good poise, and at his best, like a point guard in basketball, able to move around and distribute the rock.
Open man is Jalen Naylor. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
2 yards to go, second down. Play action. It's Darnold. That's to Naylor once again. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Throwing again is Darnold. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. So the Raiders backed up here to begin their first drive. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, 6th-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Being shaped, and he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
And they'll accept that penalty. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack. Put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Over the middle, complete. That's Bowers. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Another carry now for Madison. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. Remember, he was drafted and released by the Vikings. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Carlson is good, and they will jump out in front here with a very unusual scoreline of 3-2. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
faking the give. Darnold.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charge. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now Minshew. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This a screen to Abdullah. Room here to run. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
And the first play will be a field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Carlson able to put this one through. And 2 field goals now mean they take a rare 6-2 lead.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this up to midfield. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Completes this to Addison out left. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Darnold now to throw. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings first down as he's inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Darnold. We're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Malcolm Kuntz coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
And his kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Here's Minshew. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Here's Madison running on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Minshew sets to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
That's complete into the hands of Myers. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
It'll be Minshew again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Out of the gun is Minshew. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. He tried to get away, but to no avail, and an absolute killer there. A 12-yard loss on 1st and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Minshew. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Darnold. That's over the middle. He finds Naylor. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw, Darnold. That one complete to Naylor. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They'll throw now on the final play. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game, as we'll see. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
He stiff arms him, and he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Going to run with Madison again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. Jonathan Bullard showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
After the sack on first down, Minshew over the middle, he's got Myers.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go Madison up the middle. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, 26 yards. And the Raiders are able to widen their advantage.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Vikings offense has Sam Darnold headed back out there. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now off the bootleg, Darnold.
Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8.
Jefferson going to go in motion right.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new. It worked there. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Second and 10.
Here's Darnold. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Tyree Wilson using that athletic ability to make the play.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is... Back now in Los Angeles. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
They'll go play action here with Minshew.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive.
On first down, Abdullah. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On the handoff, it's Madison.
65 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to make it a 2-score game.
The kick by Carlson is good,
and that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now Darnold.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
From the 50, it's Darnold.
Pass complete to Addison. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Darnold.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Darnold.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here's Darnold.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now Darnold.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal.
So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield? Either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves. That's going to be key for them.
A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they will take a knee here. Minshew down to a knee, victory formation, and that should be just about it.
You look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.